live at E3, streaming to you on e3.ign.com and youtube.com/E3. Now it's time to switch back into PS4 exclusive mode. Time for a look at Infamous Second Son with the infamous Greg Miller.
As I live and breathe, Nate Fox. Thanks for coming. All right, I got that. I like that a lot. You're here to show Infamous Second Son.
Yep.
Infamous is back. God damn, it took you a long time. I was waiting for the Vita version. I'm waiting for a PS3 at number 3. Nope, here it is. PS4, going big. I just got to see the demo. We're going to see a whole bunch of B-roll here. Let me tell you, you've already done good.
Really?
I didn't expect it to look that good. You guys are great at animations. I've known that for a long time.
Yeah.
But the way Delson's running through and his jacket's flapping at the little bottom, the way he turns to smoke and shoots it.
We've invested a lot of energy in jean jacket technology.
Look at, this is the game. This isn't a trailer.
Absolutely.
Watch this game, Nate Fox. Do you take flat screens to bars and try to pick up women with footage like this? That's what you should be doing.
No, we haven't tried that yet, but that is exactly the kind of power that the PlayStation 4 has.
Exactly, from now on.
To impress people everywhere.
In the nutshell, for people who missed Travis and Troy on the show earlier today, what is Infamous Second Son?
So Infamous Second Son is a PS4 exclusive open world action adventure starring a brand new hero, and you get to go through his origin story. His name's Delson Rowe, and he lives in this world where people with superhuman powers are feared and hunted by this group called the Department of Unified Protection. And when he discovers that he has powers, he's forced to run and hunt down other superhumans in order to protect the people he cares about and kind of save the day.
All right. So here's the thing. Infamous is a successful Sony franchise. Definitive ending, pretty much. They couldn't, for Infamous 2, that you couldn't go from. We're not going to spoil it if you miss it. Don't worry. We won't go anywhere with that. But what makes Delson a different character from Cole?
Well, Delson is pretty dang different from our previous hero in that his powers are very different.
Right.
He has got the ability, whenever he touches other people with powers, to take them into himself and kind of stack up more and more abilities.
So he can store them.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And it's good because you get really good with one particular power. Like right now we're showing off Delson's smoke ability, where you can move really quickly across rooftops and get in fast and hit DUP and with kind of lightning strikes. But later powers, the play style is different, so you kind of get to experience a lot of different ways of going about things.
When Cole was using his powers, he'd have to recharge off batteries and stuff. Does Delson have to recharge off other conduits, by the way, is what they're called, people with superpowers in your university? How does he recharge? Does he have to worry about it? I know the HUD's off right now. You guys are just showing the gameplay. Look at the things fall apart. Take this to bars, Nate Fox.
Yeah, it's still an Infamous game. The rules of the universe are all the same.
Yeah.
So he doesn't just make material out of nothing. He has to drain it from the urban landscape.
Okay.
So that's something we've tried very hard to do is make sure that the powers that he wields are something that you would find, not in like some elven village, like crystals, but smoke. And the other ones that are coming down the line, you'll see just something you see every day.
So for this, he would need to find something that's smoking, like a smoker on the street. He could walk up and just secondhand smoke and get power.
We have not yet rigged in secondhand smoke, but that is a great idea.
There you go. It's a free idea. All I want is a thanks in the credits.
No problem, man.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. So, it's happening 7 years after the events of Infamous 2. Conduits, not good people. Nobody wants them in their lives, right? Is that the DUP's sole job, is to go around and try to get rid of these people or protect normal Joes like us from them?
So, in Infamous Second Son, the story takes place 7 years after Infamous 1 and 2. And so the events that happened in those games scared the world.
Sure.
A lot of people died when people with superpowers showed up. And as a result, this agency called the Department of Unified Protection came online, and their whole job is to ruthlessly hunt down and cage anybody with powers to protect the common man.
Gotcha.
And they are ruthless about it. They in this particular demo, we see them taking over the Seattle Center as a center of kind of like eavesdropping on the population.
Gotcha.
Looking at what people do with their everyday lives.
Thank God the government doesn't do that to us. You know what I mean? I'm glad that is not happening to us in any way.
Well, yes, thank you. That is sort of what we're after, right?
You warned everybody at the February 20th event. They didn't want to listen. They want to make funny GIFs. That's their own problem. Now, real quick, this is the PlayStation Touchpad, right, on the DualShock 4, right?
Yes.
You're tapping the touchpad to have him punch that and break that?
Oh, yeah. That touchpad is great because in some instances like that, the player is doing the same motion that Delson's doing,
right.
and you're doing it on the controller, so you feel like you're in the game more.
Sure, yeah, you're definitely being a part of it. Why do it in Seattle this time around? You know, before it was Empire City.
Right.
Empire City. And New Marais. Like, you know, cities that were clearly inspired by other cities, but not, you know, ones on their own.
Yeah. Well, Sucker Punch is located right outside of Seattle. It's where most of the people who work there live.
Yeah.
And we wanted to make the most realistic city we possibly could. And because we know the city so well, we thought we could do it just perfectly. The PS4 is very good in that we can do rain-slick streets with reflective surfaces and dynamic lighting, weather and shadows.
Yeah.
And by having this very, very real backdrop for the game, then when you add in something like superpowers, you kind of buy them. The world feels cohesive and real. So this extraordinary element is also real.
Right there, Delson jumps in the air, comes back down for his big move, which is called?
Orbital Drop.
Orbital Drop. What stands out to me there, and maybe it's just because I love Troy Baker's facial expression so much, is the grin on Delson's face. And in the trailer you guys released at the conference the other day, you know, he gets asked by his brother Reggie, you know, what are the downsides to this, or something along those lines. And he's like, oh, there are none. You know what I mean? It's awesome. Is that the biggest change you think from Delson to Cole? Like, Cole was like a begrudging hero, right? Like, he didn't really want these powers. The ray sphere exploded in his hands, ruined his life.
Delson, you can tell from that trailer that he starts out as kind of a screw up. I don't know if you've ever been a frustrated
never been a
graffiti artist. No. You know, I got an older brother who's like a straight A student.
Yeah.
You know, and you're always kind of pissed off that you're second. Delson gets these powers, and suddenly he's capable of showing the world what makes him great. You know, and he can affect change. And his relationship with his brother kind of flip-flops as he becomes more important, more vital.
And he's the second son.
I know. What are the odds?
I don't even know what to tell you. Nate Fox, infamous Second Son, comes out in February. It's looking great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for coming by. Don't be such a stranger.
You know, I'm looking for... Whoa.
Back to you, Naomi Kyle.
Thank you, Greg Miller. So, how did Infamous look to you guys? Send us a tweet by carrier pigeon at IGN with the hashtag E32013. Or you can just use the internet. And, oh man, it's been an exciting, emotional time, but we're down to our final game demo of the day. And what better way to end it than with zombies? We have exclusive footage of The Walking Dead 400 Days, so don't go anywhere.